afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Nabil, and today we're going to do something just a little bit different. Specifically, we're going to be flying a general aviation aircraft. Now, I have a friend. Just one. No, I have several, but one in particular also does YouTube videos and Let's Plays and streams a bit on Twitch. And so I thought that, you know, in an effort to sort of raise visibility for both of us, I would do something that is kind of fun and, I don't know, I think it's interesting. So he lives in the same state that I do, in Vermont. He lives, you know, pretty far away. It is over an hour for me to drive from my house to his house. And so he originally is from Virginia. Not Vermont, Virginia. And so one of the things that I found in talking to OnlineTechGuy, who I don't know if I mentioned that before, the guy that I'm discussing is OnlineTechGuy. He is originally from Virginia, and it turns out that there's a couple of things that you just can't get in Vermont. To include a specific brand of noodle, and I don't remember what brand that is. One I haven't heard of, even though I have lived in the South before. I'm so glad to live in the North now. And so we're going to fly him from Vermont to Norfolk, Virginia, to pick up some noodles. And we may even fly back, although when we get down there, we may rent a faster airplane. But first, I have to fly from Burlington, where I live.
November 02 X-ray. Papa. Fly heading 190. Descend and maintain 2000.
Heading 190.
We have to fly from where I live, which is Burlington, to the closest airport to where he lives, and that is Knapp State, which is sort of halfway between Montpelier and Barrie. So we're going to go ahead and fly in the very, very good Carenado rendition of the Beechcraft V35, which is just a really, really fast airplane. So we're going to assume that we've loaded our gear.
November 01 X-ray. Papa. You're off course.
Close the baggage door. And then we're going to go ahead and climb in. Bloop. And we're going to go ahead and reach over
01
and
X-ray.
close the
Papa. You're off
passenger door.
course.
And it's not going to pull the static elements, but we're going to pretend that we've already done that.
November 01 X-ray. Papa.
Oh
You're off course.
Shut up, dude. No one cares.
You're off course.
November 01 X-ray. Papa.
Doesn't matter what I do, it's not going to go away. Okay. So we are going to turn on the battery, and now I'm going to open up my notepad. We're going to listen to the ATIS frequency, and this is going to let us, you know, check the weather and all kinds of other stuff. So ATIS here is, I believe, this is at least what I'm getting from the real chart that I have beside me, 123.8. And it takes so long to spin this dial all the way up to 0.8. 123.8.
Burlington International Information Bravo. 1800 Zulu weather. Sky conditions 6300 broken, visibility more than 10. Temperature 14, dew point 1. Wind calm, altimeter 3012. Arriving and departing runways 3301. Advise on initial contact, you have Bravo.
Alright, so we've listened to the ATIS, and the weather is pretty nice. So now we're going to go ahead and file IFR. Actually, we should probably start first, but since I don't want to, I'm not going to. Now, I should probably fix this. The radio stuff doesn't quite match real life. So clearance delivery, CLD is, let's see, 121.9. Ground is 126.3. Tower is 118.3, and I'm just grabbing the frequencies real quick. We don't have to worry about CTAF because this tower is open. Alright, so now we need to talk to clearance delivery. And to do that, we're going to go ahead and tune to 121.9. Bloop, 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 bloop. 121.9. Flip that over, and we know we're going to have to talk to ground as well, so we may as well do that now while we're here. 126.3. 126.3. Come on, be a 3. Alright, and now we're going to file our flight plan with clearance delivery. So we're flying from KBTV at 5,000. I'd like to do 5,000. I think we're going to fly at 4,200 feet, and we're flying to KMPV, and our route is going to be BTV, and then ZAXOL. I believe that's pronounced Zaxel. Alright, so we filed that flight plan. Now we are going to request clearance.
November 790 Delta Lima. Cleared IFR to Kilo Mike Papa Victor as filed. Maintain 4,000. Squawk 4701.
Alright, IFR to MPV, maintain 4,000. We'll read
Cleared
that back.
IFR to Kilo Mike Papa Victor as filed. Maintain 4,000. Squawk 4701. November 790 Delta Lima.
Alright, so we've got that, and now we are going to flop this. So that should be ground, and while I've got that swapped, I'm going to go ahead and plug in the tower frequency, which is 118.3. So all of these are different people that we're going to talk to, and they each control different things, different parts of our flight. 118.3... 118.3. Alright. Got that in there. And actually, the next thing I'm going to do is verify. It's easier to do all this stuff on the ground than it is to do it in the air. So we're going to be flying to the BTV VOR, and that is 117.5. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that that is entered in. It is. And when we get to it, we're going to fly on the 113 radial. So I'm going to go ahead and enter that in first. 113, so that's 120987654 I think. Should be relatively close. And we're actually going to fly due south until we hit that radial. So now I can see the various things that I need to look at. And this is our autopilot, and we're going to go ahead and set our bug for 4,000 feet. Alright, so now let's go ahead and start her up. Now, let's see, the battery's on, that's good. And we're going to go ahead and you can see the throttle is there. And that is our mixture. And then over here is a little knob you can barely see. That is our prop condition. So we're going to feather the prop, give it some gas, mixture full, and turn the key. Turn the key. Brakes depressed. Alright, and the engine is running. That is good. And now that it's running, we're going to go ahead and start the alternator. We don't need ice. We don't need pitot heat. We are going to turn on the strobes, the bacon, nav, taxi, and landing lights, and those are actually going to stay on basically the whole trip because. So let's see, we have that seems unlikely. Gallons used, gallons remaining. It says we have 60 gallons, but it doesn't know where we're going, so that's fine. Let's see, aircraft. Let's look at our weight. That's probably me and my stuff, and we don't need nearly 4.5 hours. We need barely 2. There we go. So we're nice and light. And now we're going to go ahead and talk to ground.
November 790 Delta Lima. Runway 1, taxi via Kilo Charlie Alpha Lima. Hold short of runway 1.
Charlie Alpha Lima. And we're going to go ahead and read that back.
Runway 1, taxi via Kilo Charlie Alpha Lima. Hold short of 1 November 790 Delta Lima.
Alright. So now we are on, I think this is Kilo technically. We are flying. We're in a race car. We're actually sort of in a relatively fast GA airplane. It's a race car. So now in the real world, I wouldn't follow this pretty yellow sign, or pretty yellow line. Instead, I would actually have a chart open. Well, that's okay. We're going to have to cross runway 1 at some point, so let's go ahead and give ourselves a bit more propeller for our taxi. That one over there. Now, in case you haven't heard, I do actually have other planes in the area right now.
November 01 X-ray Papa runway 33 taxi via November Alpha Echo Delta hold short of runway 33.
Runway 33, taxi via November Alpha Echo Delta hold short of 33 November 01 X-ray Papa.
Jeez, what have we gotten here? That was that. That's an A320. All right. We have some heavies in the area. Or I don't know if heavy. They're heavier than I am. Anything heavier than this is heavy.
November 01 X-ray Papa runway 33 taxi via Alpha Echo Delta hold short of runway 33.
Runway 33, taxi via Alpha Echo Delta hold short of 33 November 01 X-ray Papa.
Ideally, I'd like to get up there before them. Just because.
November 01 X-ray Papa. Contact tower on 118.3.
Seems to me like they're already
Contact tower on 118.3 November 01 X-ray Papa.
Take off, actually.
November 790 Delta Lima. Contact tower on 118.3.
8.3. Alright, read that back.
Contact tower on 118.3 November 790 Delta Lima.
We have to talk to the tower because...
Tower, November
we're about to cross the
790
runway.
Delta Lima.
November 790 Delta Lima. Cross runway 1, hold short of runway 1.
Read that back and let's get
Cross
going.
1, hold short of 1 November 790 Delta Lima.
Right.
November 01 X-ray Papa. Cross runway 1, hold short of runway 1.
Runway.
Cross 1, hold short of 1 November
Oh, they must be
01
down
X-ray
way at the other
Papa.
end. Yeah, they are. Let's...
Tower, November 02 X-ray Papa.
2 X-ray. And now we are over here. Yes, I'm supposed to follow the lines. If I am a big old airplane, but I am not. I am a little old airplane. Alrighty. We are... I want to check my trim. Yeah, that's what I thought. My trim was fucked. And we're getting close.
November 790 Delta Lima. Runway 1, clear for takeoff.
Alright, let's read that back.
Runway 1 cleared for takeoff. November 790 Delta
Alright, for
Lima.
that we're going to do mix full, prop RPM basically to full, flaps 1. Alright, we are on the threshold. Alright. We're going to take off and then turn south. And we're gone. Airspeed is 70 knots. That's
November 02 X-ray. Papa. Runway 1, clear to land.
Runway 1 cleared to land. November 02 X-ray. Papa.
Entry is booked. There we go, that's better. Gear up. Flaps up. And now we want to turn. We're going basically due north, so we're going to come right until we are headed south.
November 790 Delta Lima. Contact center on 134.7.
Read that
Contact
back.
center on 134.7. November 790 Delta Lima.
0.7. It takes so long to spin this knob. 34.7.
Center, November 790 Delta Lima.
South.
November 790 Delta Lima. Kilo Bravo Tango Victor. Altimeter 3012.
Go ahead and read that back.
Kilo Bravo Tango Victor. Altimeter 3012. November 790 Delta Lima.
November 790 Delta Lima. Fly heading 160. Vectors for the visual. Runway 35. Climb and maintain 6,000.
Okay.
Heading
160.
160. Vectors for the visual. Runway 35 up to 6,000. November 790 Delta Lima.
Come on, stop being stuck. 1. Six. Alright, let's get this back under control. And he vectored us up to 6,000. And I'm going to go ahead and engage my autopilot, because I can. Autopilot engaged. Heading. Altitude. Alright, now we're going to bump this up to... Jesus, come on. 6,000.
November 790 Delta Lima. Clock 4701.
4701.
Squawk 4701. November 790 Delta Lima.
And up we go. We should be flying right at the heading bug. And we should be ascending. And there we go. Make sure our flaps are up, our gear are up. And here we are. There's KBTV, Lake Champlain. I see that 380 anywhere. I was kind of hoping to see that. Well, appears that he is still on the ground. Okay.
November 01 X-ray. Papa. You're off course. November 01 X-ray. Papa. You're off course. November 01 X-ray. Papa. You're off course.
I want to get there immediately. I should already be there. They're bugging me. Get out of the way.
November 01 X-ray. Papa. Kilo Bravo Tango Victor. Altimeter 3012.
This should bring us up to 6,000 feet. And we have used gallons of destination is 20, and gallons remaining is 24. 22 gallons per hour. Doesn't seem right. We're nowhere near an hour away from our destination. But that's okay. This is actually going to be a very quick flight. That said, it has me going somewhere I don't really want to go. I guess it's going to vector me to the ILS. Which actually sucks quite a bit. You're climbing like a bat out of fucking hell. Fuel flow. I want to make sure we don't overheat though. Alright, EGT looks okay-ish. And where are my cowl? I don't know how to open up the cowls. But I don't remember where. Still climbing. So we're climbing not that quickly, 500 feet a minute, but we're flying at stupid fast. 165 miles an hour, 142 knots-ish, I think. It's pretty quick. In a climb. We could hit these speeds in a Cessna 172 in a dive, like to the ground, but I think that this is actually above VNE, which is the speed that you don't go higher than ever. We're going to be screaming when we come down into this descent, because we don't have all that far to go. I mean, we're going to here. So I'm actually about to cancel my fucking IFR and just do vectors. I mean, where does it think we're fucking going? It never gave me... he said vectors to final, didn't he? Oh, but I don't remember what runway he said, because I didn't write that down because I was busy trying to fly. Stupid of me.
November 02 X-ray Papa. You're off course. 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 November 02 X-ray Papa. You're off course.
Well, it's good to know that they're they're off course. What are you doing? You didn't fucking... God damn it. Altitude. I forgot to arm it, didn't I? Armed. And down.
November 790 Delta Lima. Descend and maintain 6,000.
Down to 6,000, November 790 Delta Lima.
November 790 Delta Lima. Squawk 4701.
Damn. I was just in the worst place
Squawk 4701, November 790 Delta, Lima.
The airport we want is fucking over there somewhere. I know this was a stupid flight to do IFR because it's so short. And, oh jeez. He's right above us. Can we see him? Yeah. I know y'all don't care, but I think that's cool as fuck. Where'd he go? He's gone? Oh, there he is. What the fuck are you having me do, guys? I'm just gonna have to cancel IFR, I think. Cancel IFR. And turn off the autopilot. Of course, from here, I'm not... Right, I know where the airport is, but I was really planning on using the ILS for an approach at 17. Oh, I suppose there's a... Oh, I know what they were doing. I know what they were doing. So, Knapp. Let's see. Local map. So, let's see if it shows up here. Knapp State has 2 runways. One this way, and one that way. I don't think I've ever seen this one get used. I've seen this one get used all the time. They're going to land us on that one. That's where they were going to land us. Now I'm going to land us, and this thing wants to go fucking way nose up. Fix the trim. Alright, and we're ballooning up a little bit. And so this... we're not where I really want it to be. It is, what, northeast of where we are? Yeah, northeast. So I want us to be going northeast. And it looks okay. That's the Missisquoi River, or not Missisquoi, what the hell is that river? I used to live on it. Literally on the banks. What the hell is it called? Oh, floods every year. The Winooski? Is that the Winooski? Or maybe it's the Mad River down here. Mad River Valley. I should be able to see it, and I don't. That concerns me greatly. Oh well. There is a VOR right next to it. That is 110.8. So I guess I'll set 110.8 so I can tell how close I get. And 8. Bloop. Bloop. Oh, jeez. They have a different... What's the VOR? 110.8, okay. see, in real life, that little road is, I think, I-89 it's supposed to be. No, that can't be right. That's, you guys don't care, you're not from around here. That's Route 100, I think. Descend. It's part of a river. And that looks like an airport. Alright, now we know where we need to go. Right there. In here somewhere. Where the fuck did it go? It moved. It ran away. Did you see that? I hope y'all don't get motion sick.
November 02 X-ray Papa Kilo Mike Victor Lima altimeter 3012.
So that's
Kilo Mike
I-89. And I
Victor
drive
Lima
by on my way to
altimeter
work on this road
3012
every day, and I watch
November
planes
02 X-ray
landing in
Papa.
this way. It's just kind of cool. The last time I tried to land this plane, I didn't keep nearly enough pepper on it, so I need to come in a bit faster than I did last time. Of course, you guys aren't going to get to see that video, so you won't know how much I fucked this up. But, rest assured, I fucked it up. This is going to be a nice, leisurely VFR landing. But Nabil, you say, what does VFR mean? Visual flight rules. It means that I'm not using a radio or don't have to fucking talk to anybody. I'm just flying the airplane. Gear down. Straight in, and actually, right now, if I were actually doing this, I would get on the Common Traffic Advisory Frequency, the CTAF, and I would let people know that I was coming in to land. That's actually it's not a terrible lineup. I've certainly done worse before, freehand. But I need to keep up the speed. That's really the hardest part of this plane. More prop. Fucking mixture full. And actually, I believe in my landing checklist I'm supposed to do pitot heat as well right now, because as we descend, things get wonky. And I know I'm supposed to turn the fuel pumps on, but I don't think I've turned them off yet because it's such a short flight. Alright, flaps 1. And our V speed is a bit excessive. V speed is very excessive. Throttle back to idle, flaps 2. Come on. Carry just a little bit of throttle into this. It feels wicked steep, but this runway is on a hill, so we're gonna unfuck this towards the end here. All right, now a little bit of throttle till we're down, and Jesus, we're down. Brakes, 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 brakes. Brakes, 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 brakes. And I don't believe I have a taxiway over here. Nope. So we're going to go ahead and turn around on this runway. And we're going to taxi back. And, This is actually not a valid taxiway for us. So we're gonna taxi back all the way on this runway. You would not believe how hard this fucking airplane is to taxi. It's just so squirrely. See? Alright. I guess this was a valid taxiway. Oops. Anyway, we're about to pull off of the runway. And so, in real life, and I actually just made this airport because I wanted to have something with a bit more scenery on it. In real life, this is pretty close to what it looks like. I mean, there's, you know, a big parking lot here. But you will almost always see a Wiggins Air Beechcraft over here that they use to carry FedEx packages, I think. They're chartered to do that. And then this is a really big, tall, granite, almost completely unused airport building. And we're going to taxi right up to it, because we can. And then we're going to boop, put on the brakes, pull up the flaps, hop back in the cockpit. Go ahead and hide that for a moment. We're going to pull the mixture out until the engine starves and it's dead. Turn off the avionics. Turn off all of our lights because we don't need them right now. We have landed. And there we go. The thing is dark, and so now we need to get out. Go ahead and open up the passenger door. And then we're going to get out of the plane. Bloop. Ba-dunk. And now we're out here. And we're going to open the passenger door. And then we're going to go and yell, "Hey, online tech guy, it's time for you to get in the plane so we can fly you to Norfolk." And there you go. We've completed the first leg of what's probably going to be a 3-leg flight. We could do it all in 1 leg, but I just don't want to. There's a couple of places I want to stop on the way down, and I think it'll be pretty interesting. So, all right, that's the first leg. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this has been an I Am Nabil production, and as always, y'all have a great evening.